The desert holds an ancient secret. A secret guarded for centuries. But secrets can't be kept forever. A mountain in a forbidden land, shrouded in mystery. Many have searched for it. Few have seen it.
When I saw a question mark in the Bible, what is that doing there?
I don't know why it's been ignored. I guess that tradition is so strong.
Yet in Saudi Arabia, we find something that doesn't belong there.
The world needs to know that this is not myth and legend, not allegory. This is real.
I just saw it.
Now, two men have the proof.
Larry looks over and looked me right in the eye and said, "Bob, I think we're making history."
Epic myth becomes burning truth. Mountain of Fire. The precise location of Mount Sinai has eluded both archaeologists and theologians for centuries. It is the mountain of legend, chronicled in the Old Testament book of Exodus. The mountain where Moses saw the glory of the God of the Hebrews, where he fell to his knees in fear before a burning bush, and where he received the stone tablets containing holy law etched by the finger of God. Tradition has placed this fabled mountain squarely in the middle of the Egyptian Sinai Peninsula. But an unlikely pair of adventurers believe differently.
Well, in Orange County, California, I was a policeman for years. Started off being in patrol and then went into being a crime scene investigator, collecting evidence and analyzing crime scenes. I was on the first SWAT team that they implemented on the police department, and it was pretty intense.
I've spent the last 40 years basically as a speculator, trading stocks and commodities. I have a degree in journalism from the University of Oregon. Was raised in a religious family, so the history of religion has always interested me.
Larry Williams is certainly one of the most interesting people I've ever met. A famous man, ran for United States Senator twice. Ronald Reagan campaigned for him. World-renowned commodities trader, a man of wealth.
You just instantly see in Bob that here was a guy that I had a lot of natural affinity with. I just felt good being around him. It was exciting. I walk away from business and do interesting things as well in my life, because life should be more than just business. I've always been enamored with treasure hunting, the great unknown, great stories about things like, oh yeah, that's a really cool story, but is there anything to it, or is it myth?
Well, I met a man named Jim Irwin, who was the 8th man to walk on the moon. He was a piece of history. When he came back from the moon, he wanted to do something different with his life. He felt that he had a calling by God, to go look for lost locations in the Bible. He was involved heavily with looking for Noah's Ark at the time, and I thought that was fascinating.
When you look at the great archaeological discoveries of the world, they have not been found by archaeologists. Whether it's the Machu Picchu or the lost city of Ur, the Dead Sea Scrolls, you go on, they're found by people that are adventurers. Well, that little question mark in the back of Bibles is really what got me involved in this entire thing. My friendship with Bob and everything else notwithstanding, when I saw a question mark in the Bible, that piqued my interest. What is that doing there? Why don't people know? I thought everybody knew where it was. That question mark got me to spend a small fortune in this search.
That search begins with a series of clues that came in the form of a mysterious letter, written by explorer David Fossold and given to them by Irwin, hinting that the real Mount Sinai might actually be in Saudi Arabia.